How's it going, everybody? This is RBT coming at you with the Alabama Virginia Tech recap video. Alabama wins 35 to 10 over Virginia Tech, and I really don't know what to think about that game. I think we all can agree that the defense played quite well, very well, aside from the one play where Trey Edmonds ran for 74 yards. Just a busted play. Our JJ Mosley got inside, they blocked him, and there was a huge goal, and Edmonds went up the middle, and he was fast enough to outrun Clinton Dix and John Fulton. So that's the one play that our defense really screwed up on. And offense, man, horrible, absolutely horrible. And we all know if it wasn't for Christian Jones, this game would have been so much closer than it was. I mean, you have a punt return, first punt. Virginia Tech goes 3 now on their opening drive, punt it to Christian Jones, bring it back for a touchdown. So early on, like, man, this is going to be a blowout. But punt return for a touchdown, kick return for a touchdown a little bit before the half, and then the long reception for a touchdown, which was only one of the 2 offensive touchdowns all game. Receivers very unexpectedly and surprisingly did not have good games. A lot of them dropped a bunch of passes. Amari Cooper definitely didn't have his best game. Didn't really create separation. With that said, Virginia Tech Hokie defense overall is very, very good. The Fuller brothers, the 2 corners, are amazing. They're NFL players, and they both are going to be in the league one day. The Taylor guy, the linebacker, is very good, and all the 2 inside guys on the defensive line played very good as well. Just overall, their defense was just absolutely dominating our offensive line. Cyrus Kouandjio was terrible. His brother Ari was not playing good either. He's on his left guard spot. Seems like when Blake Sims came in, we could actually run the ball a little bit. But with that said, AJ didn't have a good game either. I mean, I know the pass protection was terrible, and a lot of times you didn't have enough time to really get set. But other times you just looked so uncomfortable in the pocket, happy-footed. I don't know if that's a word, but he had happy feet. I guess you can put it that way. And I can only think of one play really created the play on his own, threw it on the run, got outside the pocket. It was a good pass to Norwood on the outside. But aside from that, the one play he threw to Christian Jones was a little bit lucky because he didn't set his feet. He really threw it throwing backwards, but Christian Jones had nice separation, and AJ just threw it up, and Jones got underneath it. And a huge game by him. TJ Yeldon, he had a few nice runs, but I mean, he couldn't do anything because the run block by the offensive line was horrible. Absolutely horrible. And this offensive line's performance, if I had to grade it, would be an F, definitely. It was horrible. And I'm not sure if that's necessarily the struggles of our offensive line, just completely, or if it was more of Virginia Tech's defensive line and front 7 being very good. And not to mention that we couldn't pass protect, which means they could crowd the box on 1st and 10. That's why we had so many negative plays. And we just don't really have that 1-2 punch like we have in the past couple of years. Mark and Trent, then Trenton. We had Mark and Trent for 2 straight years. Then we had Trent and Eddie Lacy, and then Eddie Lacy and TJ Yeldon. Now we got to have the number 2 back to step up. So we got to see who that is going to be. But like I said, just a poor performance by our whole entire offense. I mean, there was a couple good sparks. CJ had a couple good runs. Christian Jones, he had scared me as a returner in the past couple years. Or last year, he made some questionable decisions, but I mean, what can you say? He had an amazing game today. He had 7 touches, 3 touchdowns. So just a great game by him. But like I said, offensive, I think everybody in the country can agree offense played quite terrible. Only 2 offensive touchdowns that game. We scored 21 points via defense / special teams, only 14. It would have been 14-10 without the non-offensive touchdowns. But Virginia Tech side of the ball, like I said, they only had one play. Virginia Tech side of the ball, they only had one play really for a touchdown, and that was the run up the middle for 70-something yards. Logan Thomas, he didn't make too many bad decisions this game. I know his stat line was horrible, but that really wasn't necessarily his fault. His receivers were playing horrendous, terrible. That pick six, actually, the Vincent Siri, was more of a bad route ran by his wide receiver, more of a bad decision made by him. But he didn't. The stat line doesn't show it, but he didn't play horrendous like it looks like. I mean, they had so many injuries coming into the game. I thought it was going to be so much more of a blowout. But I mean, credit to them. Credit to them. They played with their just they played their hearts out. They were so much better than I thought, especially on the defensive side of the football. And offensively, the run game, I think that stat's a little misleading. The 100-something yards, they had more total yards than us on offense. And the running stat's a little misleading because they had 130 yards of offense on the ground. But I mean, pretty much all of that came from that one run, which really the main reason that happened is because C.J. Mosley was coming in and got blocked inside and got sucked inside, and the guy went right to the left of him and had a huge hole, and that's that. But special teams, I was pretty impressed with our special teams. Didn't get. I mean, I think it is so bad. The bad thing about this is that we have so many question marks going forward that I would love to have answered before we play a team like Texas A&M. We have so many question marks going into the game, which is our biggest game of the season. So that's scary. That's a scary thought, but we'll just have to think about that later. But I guess that's about all. Just it's a shaky performance. Hopefully we can get some kinks worked out before the A&M game, but we'll just have to see. That's going to be a heck of a game. But like I said, bad game. Just bad game offensively. If I had to give a defense performance, I'd say an A-, special teams A+, obviously. If you take Christian Jones out of that, I don't know, but Christian Jones, heck of a game. Definitely the player of the game without a doubt. AJ didn't look too good. He just, I don't know, made a couple bad throws. He didn't set his feet a lot. Even when he did have a lot of time, he still looked like he had happy feet. And maybe that was caused by the amount of pressure that we were getting on different plays. But just a bad game offensively, and there's nothing else other to say. But I tweeted this out, and I told a couple of my friends who were aggravated by the game. Good teams find ways to win when they struggle, and finding a way to win by 25 when your offense was as poor as we were, that's a pretty good goddamn thing that we can win by 25 when we played horrible offensively. So, I mean, that's a plus you can take out of it. I mean, you just got to look at the positives and take that going forward and improving the things that you did bad on. And hopefully our offensive line, I mean, you don't expect 3 new starters to come in and play great right away. I mean, that arguably is one of the best offensive lines in college football history, and you're not going to play that good right away. I'm watching the Clemson-Georgia game right now, but that's about it. Let me tell you the stat line real quick. I can't think of all the stats off the top of my head. But I want to see how our kicking game is also, but we didn't get a type of field goal all game. Just so many 3-and-outs. It's just such a weird game. But offensively, AJ McCarron was 10 of 24, 110 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. It was Dinger White actually fell down on that play, so a little bit of both their faults. I don't think AJ should threw it, but I don't think it would have been a pick if Dinger White doesn't fall down. But running, TJ Yeldon 17 carries, 75 yards, 1 touchdown, which is actually I thought that would be a lot lower from watching the game because so many negative plays. Not his fault though. He created a bunch of plays, short yardage plays on his own because I mean he's getting hit like at least 45 or 50% of the plays he's getting hit 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and there's nothing he can do about that. Alti Tenpenny, the freshman, which has surprised me that he was pretty much featured as a second string running back. He had 6 carries for 24 yards. D Hart 5 for 15. Nice to see D Hart back at running back. AJ McCarron was also sacked a ton. Let me tell you, I don't think it tells me how many times he was sacked on here. But he was sacked multiple times. I think at least 4 times, 5 times maybe, and that's not good. Receiving, Christian Jones 2 receptions, 47 yards and a touchdown. Amari Cooper 4 for 38. DeAndre White 2 of 14. Kevin Norwood 1 of 11. And tackles, who led the team in tackling? They don't tell me. What's up with that? On Virginia Tech side of the ball, Logan Thomas, like I said, his stat line's terrible, but he probably had at least 8-9 drops in this game, but maybe more than that. Logan Thomas ended up 5-26, 59 yards and a pick. Trey Edmonds 20 carries, 132 yards. Danny Coles led the team with 1 reception, 34 yards, and Kyle Fuller got the 1 pick, and that's about it, I guess. So I'll catch you guys. I don't know if it's really a point making a bye week video in week 2, but I'll see what I do. But anyways, it's 2 weeks away from the A&M game. It does suck that we play a game. Have to wait another 2 weeks, and the week after that, my sister's actually getting married. That's weird. But anyways, hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think about this game in the comment section below. Let me know if you think the offensive line is going to improve before the A&M game. But I guess till then, roll tide, go Sox, go Titans to you. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/S3RTR. And subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already, leave a like in the video. I'll catch you guys later. Roll tide.